your guide to the truth. TheNewAmericanMedia.com.
So, 2 questions.
Yes.
We're at the Conscious Life Expo.
Yes.
What does conscious life mean to you?
Conscious life. Conscious life.
That could be a very short answer or a very long answer.
I will not make a joke.
Conscious life means to me being one with my source and my creator, being in alignment with it, that intelligence that fuels, stimulates love, that is love itself, and that has extended itself as me. That's what, and being in alignment with that. Just receiving so much information, reminding me of who I am.
Right. Do you feel like in 2016 we're distracted from that constantly? Do you find your personal journey?
I do. I think that I'm realigning myself day by day, like through meditation, through unconditionally loving myself. But there are some distractions like, media, politics, news. So, but yeah, there are definitely distractions, but I feel like nothing is above love.
That could be a song. Is that a song?
Yeah.
It rhymes. I mean, we're halfway there, right?
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Hey, now, you did it, not me. I just pointed it out.
Conscious life means awakening to our soul's purpose. I think that what we need to do as humans is evolve to a higher consciousness and be better to our earth, and that evolution will take us through those steps to live in a more peaceful world, to vibrate on the energies that we were destined to vibrate on.
Conscious life means to me that we're all one. That we're all one. It's understanding that we're all one, and realizing that we're all one is going to create better parties for all of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's such a beautiful thing. Conscious living. It's so deep, actually, and it's hard to express in the question. But I have a friend. He said like this. He's like, to be in a state that you're perpetually falling in love all the time. I was like, dude, that's actually deep. It's like, oh my God, it's so true. The stick on the ground, it's so beautiful. I'm like, fall in love with it. But what was the question?
That was the question.
To me, consciousness would be being aware of what's going on around you. I mean, that's what conscious really means, is to be conscious of different things that are going on around you. There might be horrible things happening to you in your life and you don't really know why they're happening, and that's being conscious, asking yourself, why are these things happening to me? What is it trying to tell me? What do I need to change? How can I be better? Because that's what it's really about. Often people say bad things that are happening to them, they're just victims, and they just get stuck in it. They don't ask, what have I done to bring this? How is this going to make me better?
Almost like karma. How am I attracting this to me? Or how do I better cope and compensate and adjust based on the bad things that are happening?
Right. I wouldn't want to use the word karma because not everybody believes in karma. I mean, I personally do, but not everybody does.
Right.
So it's just a thought that we have. So in order for people to understand it, you have to understand, like, when you do things, it does bring something back to you. You are everything. You affect the world every single day. You put things out. It's just that. So for me, I think it's important for people to understand what you're putting out and what you're getting back, and what you need to change to get what you do want.
I feel like conscious life is when you are awake, when you are open and aware of what else there is besides your body and your mind, although they say it's your body, mind, and your soul.
Right.
But I mean, being conscious of the fact that you are a being that is not just this physical body.
Not just flesh.
Right. That you are a soul and you are in this body, but
well, they say you're a spiritual being having a human experience.
Right.
You're not a human having a spiritual experience.
Exactly.
It's a change of thought.
I think it means just having a higher awareness of spirituality. At least that's what it kind of means for me. Being more open and just having a more open mind to other things, and really tuning into your heart center and your gut and paying attention to that. I think it just exposes you to a lot of new things.
Right.
And that's what draws me to it, is just being exposed to new things. Like rocks and meditation. I feel the energy of it.
This place is a hodgepodge of a lot of different stuff.
Yes, it is.
But you have angel wings and you have a sign, so explain that if you will.
I go and I promote kindness and positivity.
Okay.
And I'm trying to do more anti-bullying stuff. I work with kids. I do volunteer work. I do donation drives. So I'm hoping to get people to be more positive and caring about each other.
That's part of your conscious life experience,
right.
trying to be more aware of the surroundings. What can you do to help a little bit?
Right. Doing my own little part, just trying to get people to care about each other and be nice and kind.
Yeah, I really like what she said. I would also say being in tune with using your body and being in tune with it so that you can operate on a higher level of awareness to what's going on around you. Be more perceptive, more sensitive, being conscious, like on my drive here, you know, watching people do funny maneuvers in traffic.
How many times do you drive somewhere and not even remember driving by the time you get there? Like, how did I get here?
It's true. Sometimes.
You go on like autopilot.
Usually it's after, you know, but yeah, I'd say like exactly what she said. We're beings having a human experience, but then just being conscious, being aware of other people. I think that's like one of the biggest things, is being aware of other people's thoughts, energies.
So we're not like this and just this is our world, but our world is
being
actually
conscious of what's going on around me and who's around me and how I'm affecting the world around me.
So do you think there's something people should be doing more of, or that they should be doing less of to become more conscious of
I would invite people to love themselves more.
More unconditional love of self.
Unconditional self-love.
Right.
And also just being cognizant of their worth.
I think a lot of people are just kind of beaten down and they've accepted negative.
Yeah, I was. So,
what pulled you out of it?
I was just tired of fighting darkness with darkness. I was depressed and suicidal from like the time I was 11. I was cognizant of depression from when I was like 11 years old.
And you laughed. You made it though.
I made it.
I mean, that's the point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we all have troubles and tribulations and struggles, but you're here. I'm very happy that you're here.
Thank you.
It's like, dude, that's actually deep.
What is your piece of advice to people to become more conscious? What do you think people are doing too much of or not enough?
Not very self-aware. I think people are so caught up in day-to-day things and making money and just like family issues. There's so much more than that.
Yeah.
And so many people aren't aware that you create your own reality and that you have the ability to choose your thoughts, and your thoughts create things in your life. And I think that's what life is really about, is being able to create the life that you want.
Yeah, makes a lot of people get caught up in negative reinforcement and negative thoughts, and they have negative things happen, they don't know why.
Right.
So your piece of advice to people then, to be more conscious, what should people do more of or do less of?
You know, it takes time to be quiet by yourself and recharge. You know, do things that requires creativity. Cleaning your room, you know, just doing things that are for yourself, because that recharges you. And when you feel better, you often look at circumstances a different way. You don't look at it from a, you know, negative point of view. You feel better about yourself. So you see that problem and you say, you know what, I got this. You know, like it's not as bad as it feels.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I do.
That would be my advice for the world.
So in day-to-day life, what's the one thing people need to do more or less of?
Stillness. They need to find stillness.
Detach from the cell phones from time to time.
Completely.
Meditate, pray.
Learn to detach from anything for a short amount of time and see where that takes you, because it might lead you into something. I detached from alcohol, a process that seemed impossible to me, and now 8 months in, I want to take that further. How much further can I go with it? And it's amazing what we do when we drop our attachments and we see what that does for us and what we really were attached to in the first place, and it can completely bring you to another space of awareness.
Nice. Is there something you think people should do more of or less of to become more conscious?
You know, I get labeled the term conspiracy theorist all the time.
Same here.
I own it.
Welcome
I'm like,
to the club.
Bring it on.
Welcome to the club.
No, I think people need to start questioning systems and how things are operating, and open themselves up more to infinite possibility and start opening up to concepts that maybe seem a little out there, like a lot of the stuff here, but just to learn to let your ego go. And what was the question again? I'm like getting off track now.
Something about the Super Bowl. I don't know. No,
basically, turn off your TV.
Yeah, something people should do more of or less of.
Watch TED Talks.
Watch less TV. Watch more TED Talks.
Yes.
It's like, dude, that's actually deep.
Second and final question. Let's imagine for a moment that this experience ends, and then we get a chance to come back in another experience. In this next experience, we're an animal. We have a menu in front of us. We get to choose. What do you choose to come back as? In the animal kingdom.
That's a really good one. I mean, like, I'd probably come back as like a hummingbird or a cat. I don't know, just a kitty or a hummingbird. Because those are the animals that I love. So, you know, they've shown me unconditional love. So I think I would come back as
Big hummingbird fan.
Yeah.
So you've always had the feeder outside?
Yeah, even before I had a little waterfall and they would always come, you know,
Oh, okay.
so, and I got a feeder too, and they're always around.
Now you know the cats go after the hummingbirds.
Well, my kitty never did, so I don't know about that one.
Excellent, well thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay, I'm between some sort of jungle cat and some sort of bird. I'm fascinated with cats, and I feel like living in a savanna somewhere would be really, I want to be a male lion, big mane, but I also want to be a bird. I want to live in a topiary and I want to fly. I think all humans have that desire within them to fly. So being a bird to take me to different lands, and now I know that as a bird in your species you don't necessarily get to wander and travel, but I know that there are species out there, nomadic species, that do not. There's a nomadic species of dolphins, so perhaps I'd like to be that. A nomadic species of dolphins that does not exist in one pool. They wander the ocean, and that's the one I'm going to go with. In that
If you wanted to be a
conversation,
bird
nomadic dolphin.
lion, why don't you just be a griffin?
There we go. Okay, so I didn't know mythical animals were a part of that too.
It's gonna sound funny, but I'm really a cat person. I like kind of like the sounds and the purrs and like, so I just think they're adorable and it'd be nice to like be pet and stuff. So I don't know, I really resonate with cats. A domesticated cat in a loving household where I get lots of lovings and pettings and
Nice.
a soft bed. You know what I mean? Because there's the alley cat who gets no love and is like survival, you know, and they gotta avoid cars and dogs and snakes. And, you know, I just, it'd be nice.
Well, it's a bit of a metaphor for the world we live in.
Right.
Elephant comes to me for some reason.
So what do you feel as an like what would
Because they're so communicative, and from what I've witnessed, they're all about family and love and compassion and protecting.
right?
And they, I mean, they only eat plants, which I'm not a vegetarian, but they don't harm any other species. I mean, plant is a species, but it doesn't kill anything.
They might step on some ants.
Yeah, but I mean, but maybe that's in their soul contract. I don't know.
In their soul contract. No, that's good. Elephant. I wouldn't have expected off the top of my head to hear elephant.
The ivory tusk, they're beautiful. To me, they're eloquent. They're just symbolic of strength and confidence and just eloquence.
Very good.
Strength and eloquence.
Eloquence from elephants.
Yeah.
Okay. Eloquence and elephants, and man, you're writing a song. Marshall, thank you so much
Thank
for your time.
you for your time.
It's easy for me.
Okay, let's start with you.
Oh, a cat.
That's called buying her some time.
Oh, a cat.
A cat, hands down.
Sure.
We have not heard cat so far.
Who follows
No.
Black White Jaguar? You said animal though, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Black White Jaguar on Instagram.
Ah.
No, you need to follow
Was
him.
it a split color animal?
No, he has like a billion.
Black White Jaguar, I gotta do it.
A refuge for like big wild cats.
Okay.
And I just watch that all day, and I'm like, I want that life.
Nice.
Should
And
I answer? You haven't had a cat yet?
oh no, we get cat like all the time. And I'm a cat person myself, so I'm totally cool with it. I'm not passing any judgment.
Lobster. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, what about you?
Definitely a bird.
Oh,
Definitely.
I like that. But be careful
Any
because
part-
cats and birds.
And yet you're friends. Or I'm assuming you're friends. You have to be standing next to each other. Any particular kind of bird?
I don't know.
When you see yourself, are you?
Like a phoenix. Right, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
rising from the ashes, the mythical bird. And he goes, all right, I can take that. Well, that's what consciousness is.
What did you say? What was your answer?
I didn't answer yet. Give her the microphone.
If you were
You're
to
going to be our correspondent now.
come back again
Yes.
in life and you had a menu of any animal that you could be, what would you be?
That's really tough. Can you go first?
No worries.
Yeah, I just answered.
I know, I'm kidding. No, definitely the life of the cat. It's something that I foster cats. I take
What
care
about
of
a
them.
dog, actually? Like,
Yeah, not so much. The bird is fantastic.
Can we move this over there?
I'll have to go with my spirit animal, and I recommend all the viewers to research on Google spirit animal and to like really find the one that fits you. And for me, I think I have a few spirit animals: the fox, the chameleon, and the wolf. The fox because I'm cunning, you know, I'm able to like, you know, go in and out in a nice way and like mob you guys up in a smooth way, you know. The wolf because like, you know, I'm loyal and trustworthy to my friends, and that's very important. We all need to be wolves.
Yes, it is.
It's like the Spartans. The Spartans is I was based in the wolf culture. They call Lacedaemonians, which means wolf. And then the third is chameleon because it's like, you know, it could change the skin, you know, and to be accommodating to people. Not in a bad way where it's like you're not being true to yourself, but just be like, you know, like
Mix it up a little bit.
yeah, you're not stuck to your ego, you know. So these guys, what do you guys? Let me plug you.
Oh, that would be the new American media, because the old American media failed us.
Yeah, the new American media. It's the alternative media. The dinosaur media is done. It's done. It's done. Another 5 years, you guys are on the top. I love you. I love you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank goodness.
And the blessings.